Hi, I'm Jay. Welcome to Celtic Roots Farm. We've been getting a lot of compliments lately at the farmers market on our beets, and we really appreciate that. We thought we'd do a little video to share what we do and how we grow our beets. We didn't realize that there were so many people that were struggling with growing their beets, so we thought we'd share some tips to maybe help you out. There's really 3 main ingredients for growing a healthy beet, and we're going to share those with you in this video. So before I get to the tips, it's important to realize that all plants need 3 major nutrients, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Nitrogen helps with the photosynthesis and also the development of the leaves. Potassium helps with the development of the fruit and also increases the ability to fight off disease. And phosphorus helps with the development of the flower as well as the root growth. So before doing anything, you want to check your soil. The pH should be between 6 and 6.5. Beets usually like a lighter soil, kind of sandy, and that drains really well. So just keep in mind that with higher nitrogen levels, you're going to have a really nice green looking plant, but the bulb itself might not grow the way it should. So the first tip is using phosphorus or bone meal. They love this stuff. You're going to see a big difference in the strength of the plant as well as how fast it grows. You also want to look at the fertilizer that you're using to make sure that it has boron and also potassium. That's really going to help the plants thrive. In regards to the fertilizer, we don't always get to do it this way, but we try to mix it in at least a week before we put the beets in. And then after the beets are in, we try to side dress it at least 3 times. Now, if you are in a higher rain area, you might want to do it a little bit more than that. So the second tip is avoid overcrowding. If you have small, undeveloped beets in your garden, that could be the issue. Beets need 2 to 3 inches in between each seed, and the row should be about 12 inches apart. We experienced germination issues firsthand this year. Actually, most of the seeds that we direct sow did not do well at all. They do have a tendency to be kind of inconsistent. So you want to sow your seeds 1 inch apart and then thin them once the leaves are about 1 to 2 inches tall. To thin them, it's actually better to cut off the tops instead of pulling them out. That way you don't disturb the soil. So if you're just growing your beets for the greens, you really don't have to worry about thinning them. Just grow them until they're about 6 inches tall, and then you can harvest them. Greens take about 35 days to grow, and the roots actually take about 50 to 60 days. And the third and final tip of the day is full sun. You want 4 to 5 hours of full sun on your beets for optimum growth. It's funny, I was just thinking these beets in the garden are actually younger than the plants in the greenhouse. These are larger, they're healthier looking. And the ones in the greenhouse, we made several mistakes with. We direct sowed it, which we really don't ever have good luck with that. Not that you can't do it, but we just don't have that good of luck with it. The lack of sun, like I said, we have that 30% shade cloth. That's not helping matters. And the fact that we kind of haphazardly scattered the seeds along the row, now they're all kind of bunched on top of each other. We should have gone in and picked some of them out. We just didn't do that for whatever reason. But let me show you what the ones in the greenhouse look like. So as you just saw with some of the footage in this area, these beets are planted way too close together, and they're about half the size of what they should be, especially compared to what we have out in the garden. I mean, at least we have some beet greens we can eat, but most of the beets in here are way too small. So, lesson learned. I hope this video was helpful for you and that you were able to get something out of it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. To have optimum growth, optimum beets for optimum, I can't say it, optimum, for optimum growth, optimum growth. which are nitrogen, phosphorus, and plants need 3 major nutrients, which actually they're macronutrients, but we've been getting a lot of compliments, and it's really growing beets to growing a nice healthy beet, and we're going to share with the healthy beet, and we're going to share with the beets, and we're going to share with the. So it's important to realize that all plants need 3. So before the nitrogen helps with the photosynthesis.
I know! We can act like plants! Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
The nitrogen helps with the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. I can't say it. Photosynthesis. The photosynthesis. I can't say it.